All right, so let's wrap it up here with the end of the episode, and that is the horn sound. A lot of people were like, oh, it's a car horn, but that's too low and too loud to be a car horn. That is definitely a truck horn. Now, the other observation to keep in mind is that horn is a continuous blast. And I'll address this in a second. But let's talk about who everybody is thinking this is. You got Gabriel, you got Ron, and you've got Enid. Now, Gabriel, apart from all the other reasons why he would be a douche and do something stupid like this, let's look back to when everybody's volunteering for assignments and he volunteers and Rick just shoots him down. I thought to myself, does that mean that later on Gabriel, out of spite, is going to do something really fucking stupid? And I would think that laying on the truck horn would be pretty fucking stupid. The other question is, does Ron do it out of spite? I don't think Ron's doing it. So that leaves either the Wolves or Enid. So the Wolves, I can see it being part of one of their plans, but let's talk about what's in the coming attractions, the previews for next week, and that is Enid sitting in the cab of a truck with blood all over the place. She seems to be the most likely candidate, but let's go back to the point of the horn being blown in a continuous stream instead of beeping. Now, if you were, let's just put all of ourselves into the shoes of a person that's blowing this horn. If we're assuming it's going to be for alert reasons, I would think anybody that's panicked enough to blow a horn to alert the rest of the people would be going, eh, 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 eh. What I think might happen is somebody is in a truck, has been attacked or injured or ran into something, and is slumped over the wheel of the truck. Their chest is now on the horn, and they're hitting that horn in a steady blast. So I'm guessing it was either Enid or somebody that has been injured in the truck. All right, so the last part of this video is going to be spotlighting my YouTuber friends, and the first one is going to be Jose Manuel, who has been contributing since probably the middle of last season. And he pretty much agrees with a lot of the same observations that I have. But one of the things that he brought up was when Rick and Daryl were talking about whether they should go out and find people anymore. And he brought up the fact that that's probably going to be a future, point that they're going to differ on. And I think that it will be a minor point. They're setting us up for some giant rift between Rick and Daryl, but I think what it's going to be is you're going to see very soon, you're going to see next week on The Walking Dead, and it's going to be Rick and Daryl possibly face to face arguing about whether they should go out and seek new people or not, but it ain't going to be a big deal. It's just going to be another trick that they play on you because you can't trust the teasers. So yeah, there's going to be conflict between Rick and Daryl, but it ain't going to be earth-shattering, and it ain't going to be Daryl, severing his friendship with Rick. So let's set up a clip from my fellow YouTuber, Raw Wrist, and she's from the South too. I'm from Dallas. I don't know where she's from, but she talks about Morgan and Carol's conversation.
I like that he called out Carol and, told her, I know you're watching people. I know there's more to you than this innocent woman handing out cookies and water, and I have my eye on you. And Carol even seemed to be a bit taken aback by his observation. And I love her, aren't you sweet, which is the Southern way, one of the Southern ways of saying, fuck you.
That's right. In the South, aren't you sweet is code word for fuck you. But that reminded me of this commercial from Dallas, and there's another fuck you from the South, and that is bless your heart.
Bob Lavelle here for Home Marketing Services. My ex-wife, born and bred right here in Dallas, has taught me a lot about Texas. She's always saying, bless your heart when bad things happen to people. That's when I realized what it really meant is you dumb. Which brings me to my point. Still renting, making the landlord richer, but would rather own your own home and still haven't called HMS. Well, bless your heart.
But yeah, the predictions for next week, I think that what's going to happen is since we saw everybody inside for the previews for next week, it's everybody inside of the compound. I think it's going to be the compound's version of what happened during the Walker exercise. I don't know what you call it, but I think it's going to be the same timeline transported into the Alexandria compound. You let me know what you think. I'd love it if you guys commented. I'd love it if you shared this video, liked, subscribed. Tell me who your favorite YouTuber is. I want to include as many people as possible. If you're a YouTuber out there and you're watching this, please get in touch with me and tell me about your channel, because I really want to expose everybody to as many different YouTubers and as many different viewpoints as possible. All right, let's go, and we're going to talk about episode number 2. I'm going to do a reaction review Sunday night. Meat Pie's not going to be here because he's got a gig. By the way, where's my behind the mask people? I haven't seen you guys do anything, but I want to say a big shout out to the people I've been watching so far, and that is my girls, 2 dead girls. Keep strong. They're original YouTubers. There's Meg Stansfield. There's Low Reacts. There is Kev Says So. There is Make a Path Presents. I always see Map, but it's Make a Path Presents. So Map or Make a Path Presents. Ronnie Hayes has done a lot of participating as well. Raw Wrist. And gosh, anybody else? There's my regular contributors, and right now I didn't write it down, so you know who you are. I'm going to be talking about you guys in the future too. So come check me out Sunday, deep Sunday night, Monday morning when I post my reaction review. I'm Rockula, and this is Rockula Retrospect.